Hello.
Yep, just put yourself on mute, sir. Thank you. We see you. We know you're there. Or I will just have to do it for you. All right, I have 7 o'clock, Mr. Heath,
You're all set?
and
Recording going.
everyone seems to be in.
Okay, this meeting of the Bridgewater Zoning Board of Appeals will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. No in-person attendance of the members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time. This meeting is being recorded, and within 48 hours, a link of the recording will be posted on the town's website or town social media page. Following members of the Bridgewater Zoning Board of Appeal are participating: myself, Brian Heath, Chair; Anna Klimas, Vice Chair; and Amanda Mattel, Member. During the meeting, all votes of the board will be taken as roll call votes. Following members of the Bridgewater town staff are also participating as Robert Rulli, Director of Community and Economic Development; Nicole Salvo is an Executive Assistant. And at the start of this meeting, everyone's mic will be muted. The board's mics will be muted throughout the whole meeting. And as it appears on the agenda, the project representatives' mics will be unmuted. If the project is a public hearing and allows for public comment, we ask that you use the chat feature to ask your questions by listing your name and address and your question. Chair will recognize all questions in order. You can also use the raise my hand feature in the participant menu, and you will be unmuted when the chair recognizes you. Again, please state your name and address before asking your question. If you're on the phone, you can use the dial *9 and to raise your hand and ask your question there. This meeting is being called to order. We have one item on the agenda. It's applicants Kevin and Patricia Latif of 1030 Vernon Street, looking for a variance under section 4.2. It's the table of dimensional requirements, specifically regarding a frontage setback required 40 feet. The applicant is looking to construct a 6-foot wide porch, which will come within 32.3 feet of the street. Therefore, they're looking for a variance of 7.7 feet. Do we have the participant or their representative?
Mr. Silva is here.
Mr. Silver is here.
You can unmute yourself, Larry. There you go.
Okay. Good evening.
Hey, Larry.
Larry Silva from Silva Engineering Associates, offices at 1615 Bedford Street in Bridgewater. And I'm here to discuss this request. There was I don't know if you received a narrative that I had for this petition for variance.
Larry, we didn't get that until like 6:30, so I haven't had a
No,
chance
okay,
to.
I'm going to go through it anyway.
Yep, that's fine. They don't have
Okay,
it.
but
So
will they be able to, they can't see it?
they don't have it.
No, they don't have it.
You can share your screen if you want.
Um, you probably can't. But I don't know, did Rebecca join or not? She was in Raynham earlier.
She did not seem to be there.
Okay. Well, let me, I can
Just go through
explain
it,
it
Larry.
without the snippets that I have in the narrative, and see if you can follow along with that. I can try to share the screen, but I don't know if I'm as
I don't
good.
want to. I mean, I think go ahead and do your oral
Yeah.
narrative and see where that takes
Sorry,
us.
Larry.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Diana from United Pro Construction, 1037 Pleasant Street.
Oh, do you have it?
Rebecca sent it to us. We're able to share our screen if you'd like.
Yes, please do.
Sorry, just 1 second.
I might have to allow you to share your screen. You should be good to go now.
Okay. So what you have here is the petition for the variance. And basically there's a few snippets here, and I was going to run you through how we got to where we are and why we're asking for this relief. 1030 Vernon Street. Obviously, you know that Vernon Street is one of the original major roadways in the town. And this house lot, if you see in the beginning there, there's that first snippet is lot 4 is the lot that we're talking about. So the property was cut out as a single family house back in 1976. And you can find that on book 19, page 94, this image that I'm showing here now. And next to it was a large vacant land. And there were other houses along this section. At the time, the lot met the requirements for frontage.
Excuse me, Larry.
I'm sorry?
Excuse me, Larry. Can somebody, I don't know if this is Diane, can you enlarge that? That's very small. Enlarge the image. Thank you.
Okay, and if you, Dan, if you want to move it up as I go to the second one, you can do that. If you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can. That's fine. And then just scroll up when I get to that point, okay? All right, so at the time when that lot number 4 was created, it met the requirements for frontage, which I couldn't confirm if it was 125 or if it was really 130. But I do know that 22,500 was sort of the minimum lot size. It was probably 22,000. But it's shown here that it was a lot created at that time in 76 for Victor Auglis was the owner of the property. He owned a lot of property in this area, and he owned all that remaining land that you see in that first image. So at that time, when that lot 4 was created, it also had a lot of encumbrances on it. It had a 20-foot easement on the right side and on the rear, which basically pushed the buildable area, squeezed it a little bit more. There were setbacks, but it also squeezed it a little bit more. So there was an area to work with that was a modest area, and a house was built there that was a fairly modest house at the time. And so for nearly 3 decades, up until 2004, and if you can scroll up just a little bit, you'll see that this became adjacent to a subdivision that was created in 2004 called Auglis Way. So it wasn't part of that subdivision, but it was an abutter to the subdivision. And as you can see in that illustration, that there were not only those encumbrances that it had around it, but there was actually, by this time, we're talking about wetlands. When it was first created, there was not even a Wetlands Protection Act. But now you have a wetlands that actually sort of touches into the backside of the lot. And so it sat there as a lot now fronting on 2 streets, where it was only fronting on Vernon Street before. So despite these many constraints of the small lot, in 2007, a garage addition was completed so that the house could access Auglis Way. Those improvements were permitted without the need for a variance with a 20-foot setback to Auglis Way. So all the way up until this time, when it was created, and then when this addition was put on, it was a 20-foot setback on the side of Auglis Way. If you can scroll up to that next page. So this is what we're looking at here, is that you can see that addition that was put on in 2007, and it doesn't meet the current setback, but it did meet the 20-foot setback when it was created. And the proposed porch, as we'll talk about, doesn't extend further towards Auglis Way than the actual garage that was constructed at that time. So the proposed porch is located along the northerly side of the house, and it's to replace an open stairway that currently exists. Yeah, it will be located further from Auglis Way than the existing garage. Okay, recent changes to the zoning bylaws are really the culprit here, because they now require the front yard setback to be utilized on both Vernon and Pleasant Street. I'm sorry, what did I say? Vernon and that should have said August Way. I'm sorry. Unlike previous bylaw that would have doubled this doubles the setback than when the lot was created back in the 70s there, 30 years earlier. So it kind of handicaps a lot that doesn't meet the acreage of today. So this lot has significant constraints that are owing to easements, wetlands, and changes to setback rules that prevent a matter of right construction of the proposed porch. If you remember, not too long ago, if you had a part of the house that was closer to the roadway and you were proposing something, it wasn't considered that you were actually looking for a variance at that point, because that closer element of the house became the one that dictated your front setback. So granting, so what we're saying here is that all these changes and these rules that just recently went into effect that changed it so you had to have front setbacks on 2 roads. And that road, as you remember, was not even there when it was created as a lot. That granting of the required relief, in our opinion, is justified because the shape of the usable area of the lot has been negatively impacted by the adoption of rules that cannot be met by legal non-conforming lots. Issuance of the requested variance will not impact the neighborhood and will not derogate from the intent of the rule easily applied to larger lots in a new subdivision. So if you had a 1 acre lot, yeah, sure, having a front setback on both sides really isn't going to dramatically impact what you can do with your property. But in this case here, because it's a half acre lot, it does have that significance. So applying those double front yard setbacks to this small lot does not allow for a way to construct the proposed porch. If the relief is granted, the covered access will enhance this north-facing entranceway, which, as you know, can be very difficult at times of the year. And so what we're asking for is for the board to grant this variance with the understanding that it goes less into the front yard than the edge of the garage. So that one is actually closer to August Way. You can see the 2 dimensions on that plan. I don't know if you can read them, but one's at 30.
32.3.
Can you zoom in on that just a little bit more?
32.3 and
Yeah.
29.4.
Yeah. So you can see that the edge of the garage is 29.4, and we're really going to be 32.3. So we're several feet back further. But because of the rules today, it requires a variance for them to be able to build it. And you can see underneath that covered porch, you can see where the steps are on the porch are. That is actually the access to the house on that side now. So with that, we're asking the board to grant this variance to allow for this porch to be built. And we don't see that it's going to derogate at all from the intent of the bylaw. We think that it's one in which it would be in keeping with the spirit of allowing for someone to build something reasonable on their house. And with the constraints of this lot, it seems to be justified to allow it. And I guess I've spoken too much. So
Yes, you
I'll
have.
shut up right now.
Good idea. All right. Well, thanks for the information, Larry. First thing I saw the plans, I saw the 29.4. I'm like, well, geez, I hope they got a variance on that. And then your explanation is now we understand why it was only 20 at the time. And the new rules under the abutting streets do require 40, but we understand. Amanda or Anna, do either of you young ladies have any questions to Larry or the applicant?
I didn't see in the application package any letters of support or against from abutters. Is that correct?
There may not be letters, but there may be people here as part of the public hearing that might have comments regarding support or not.
So we can open it up. If you ladies don't have any questions, we can. This is public comment, so we can open it up
I
to
don't
the
have any
public
questions.
for any statements or comments.
No statements or comments from me either.
Ms.
All right.
Mendez, if you would just identify yourself, your full name and address for the record, please.
Hello, my name is Sharon Mendes, and the title on the property has changed. It's Sharon Mendes and Patricia Litter. Kevin has passed away. It's been many years. And so on the Registry of Deeds, it has already been done. I live here at 1030 Vernon Street. I do have a letter from one of my neighbors. Both of my neighbors, I went and I asked, who are adjacent to me. They're both happy to have something done and they do support the projects. I did share the letter. Yes. So you have one letter there that is from Megan and Keith. Dave just got busy, and I don't know if he's going to show up, but both my neighbors have no problem with me doing this project. And I have other neighbors who are in the neighborhood who also support this.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else out there, Bob?
Well, there's a gentleman, but under his video, it says Donna, and I don't want to offend him by calling him Donna.
Yeah, that's my wife's name. I'm Jeff Crawford, JTB Construction. I'll be doing the building on the porch if it passes.
Okay, so no more abutters or public comment, Mr. Chair.
All right. Based upon Larry's information and looking at the, as discussed, the porch is being constructed further away from the road than the existing non-conforming. And the reason it's non-conforming is because of bylaw changes subsequent to the lot being first designed. And then secondly, when the addition was put on, the bylaws were only 20 feet on a side setback. So I don't think granting this, it doesn't impact the neighborhood, in my opinion. It doesn't negatively impact the bylaws or anything like that. So unless either of you ladies have some questions or comments, if you support it, you can make a motion and we can vote on it.
We need to close the public hearing first.
Yeah.
I would make a motion to close the public hearing.
We get a second on that?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, Anna?
Aye.
Amanda?
Aye.
Myself, aye. So the public comment section of this meeting is closed. If either of you ladies would like to make a motion in regards to the variance request under section 4.2.
I would make a motion to allow the variance request under 4.2 for 7.7 feet for 1030 Vernon Street. I think based on the bylaw changes, the encumbrances on the property as well as the wetlands, I think the variance should be approved, excuse me.
Can I get a second on that, Amanda?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, Anna?
Aye.
Amanda?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Based upon the affirmative vote of the board, the variance is approved. You will be receiving a copy of the approval letter from Nicole, the administrative assistant, executive assistant on this. Bob, I don't know when they get that, or does
It's got to be within, I think we have up to 20 days to issue it, but you'll see it in less than 20 days.
She'll reach out to the applicant, or?
Yeah, we'll work with Larry's office.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, congratulations, you have your variance.
Thank you so much.
All
And
right.
stop
take care.
sharing your screen.
Okay.
All right.
So the only thing you have, I'll add for administrative in some of you may know this. This is the last meeting Nicole and I will be with you. We are both leaving the town at the end of the month for different reasons. I'll say this personally. I always tell people this was the best board that I worked with, and for a long period of time, I had planning with Shane, conservation, Nicole and I did it together, in zoning, as well as OCPC, MBTA advisory board. But I always enjoyed this board. And, you know, when Amanda first joined us, I said, you don't want to be on planning, you want to be on CBA because they get it, they do the work. So I just want to say thank you and wish you all the best of luck. And that's it.
All right, same to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for all your efforts.
So I think we can adjourn the meeting. We had a motion to close the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Amanda?
Second that motion.
All right. All right, ladies. Thanks, everybody.
See everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.